they look? Without hair. Kalau saya buka, what will it look like? Oke, yang belum sampai minggu lalu?
Ada beberapa yang tidak hadir saja.
Yes, don't dapat. Tapi dia yang tidak hadir, belum tampil ya. Saya tidak akan membuat penting Anda kalau tidak membuat penting kami. Ya, tidak saya suruh lakukan ini. I ask you to do this. But you don't do that. It means, what does it mean? It means my class is not important for you. So you will be not important for me. Okay? Kalian menghargai ya? Ya. Coba anggap bahasa Indonesia tandanya ada you do what I want you to do. Lakukan apa yang saya suruh Anda melakukannya. Oke, kalau gitu yang kemarin saya suruh ulang semua ya kan? Ya, siapa yang mulai hari ini dengan penampilan yang better than before, better than last week? Tampil pertama juga berkesan bagi saya, you make me impressed by mau tunjuk atau saya tunjuk? Tunjuk tangan. Mau saya tunjuk? Saya mau tunjuk tangan. Saya apresiasi keberanian Anda.
Okay, today we are going to Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today we are going to learn about present continuous. Okay, so present continuous is a sentence we use to express an activity or action that is still ongoing or has not been completed. Has not been completed when we spoken about it. And the formula is and the formula is use subject was to be.
Ada dong. Guru yang baik itu dia tahu mereka dari mana.
subject I see you so we use R and is. Okay. That's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, tampil pertamanya udah bagus, di persiapannya masih belum bagus ya. Berarti itu tampil pertama saya. Oke, selanjutnya digabungkan antara keberanian dengan preparation. Oke, get prepared well before performance. Oke, jadi juga berani tampil nih. Kenapa nih? Kamu kan tampil juga. Pada nilai positif itu berani positif. Nilai positif tinggi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Morning everyone. Okay, I'm Zafara Kanisa, you can call me Ara. And now I will explain to you about the vocabulary and good language learners. The first one is good language learners. What is good language learners? So, the good language learner or GLL studies are a group of academic studies in the area of second language acquisition. Second language acquisition that deal with the strategies that good language learner exhibit. So, good language learner is a learner who can manage learning by themselves. For second is about vocabulary. So, what is vocabulary? Vocabulary is a collection of words that people know and use. So, or words that are used in a particular language or subject. And so, guys, vocabulary is a kind of word that students must know to comprehend the text. And if they do not have enough vocabulary, so they cannot understand about the text. And what is the importance of vocabulary? So guys, learning language and vocabulary cannot be separated, since vocabulary is considered as the first step in learning language. People start their language learning by acquiring a word that they can communicate and develop their language. So vocabulary has an important role in English learning. It is one element of that links four skills from like speaking, listening, reading, and writing all together. So in order to master all the skills, we need is gesture. We can use gesture technique.
Gesture.
Gesture. We can use gesture techniques when we are learn first. For example, we all learn words.
We learn.
We learn.
We are learn yeah. Okay.
We learn from wall, and I show you what is wall look like.
What does wall look like?
What does wall look like? And for example, I tell you about word cry, and I show you what is the meaning of cry, and I show you with the gesture like, you see that. So for the third is synonym. In synonym, we can use two words to understand it. For example, we use a word pretty and beauty because these two words have a similar or same meaning. For example, when we are read some text and
When we read
text and we confused about the word pretty, but we remember the synonym of pretty is beauty, and we can understand the text. And the word is opposite. Opposite
it's
is
not opposite, opposite.
opposite. The opposite is similar with synonym. We can use words like lazy and diligent because they have a different meaning. And last one is translation. We just use translation if the word is really difficult to be understood. When we are learn this. But for the four strategy, give us experiment when we learn this. But translation, when we translate the word, we know the meaning, but we don't get any experience. So guys, vocabulary is crucial for effective language comprehension and learning. So good language learner use vocabulary as the first step in learning language because which plays a vital role in English learning, such as speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. We can use visual and verbal techniques to facilitate vocabulary learning, and also the translation that just for the last resort. So guys, strong vocabulary mastery greatly improves our communication and language understanding abilities. So that's all about my explanation today. Please forgive me if I make a mistake. So thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Back to the Now, start after teaching, and after having completed your teaching, you have to confirm, you have to check your students whether they can understand your explanation or not. How to confirm, how to check.
So guys, do you get what I
Did you
explained? Did you get what I
have just explained?
Check this out.
Yeah.
Okay guys, did you get what I have just explained? Yes. Are you sure about that?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna close this session for explain about vocabulary and good language learners. So thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jadi kalau kita baca we learn, when we are learn, itu nggak kayak kena learn itu verb. Jadi tapi kalau dalam mengucapkan we are learning, when we are listening, okay, the typical learn kita kerja verb tidak ada to be banyak. When we learn, when we study, ya, okay, terbiasa itu kalau latihan pronunciation, grammar, banyak lagi grammar ya. It's a great job. She has a great talent to become a professional teacher. Dan saya merekomendasikan kamu langsung S2 ya. Baru semester 3 sekarang ya. Semester 3 ya. Saya sudah rekomendasikan untuk ke S2. Lanjut S3. Ya mudah-mudahan S2 ya insyaallah amin. Yakin ya, saya berikan kamu percaya S2 S3 di luar negeri. Tidak ada biasa dari pemerintah kamu cari S2 sendiri. Boleh orang tuanya S2 luar negeri?
Boleh.
Kita berdoa. Kemudian apa namanya?
Zafara.
Zafara itu berasal dari kata bahasa Arab ya?
Iya.
Artinya?
Selalu berhasil.
Selalu berhasil. Amin. Ada pula yang satu apa namanya, suatu tumbuhan atau bunga itu juga mahal, namanya zafron. Ya mungkin mudah-mudahan zafron menjadi mahal dan mudah-mudahan saya kasih sesuai dengan namanya. Amin. Okay, next berikutnya. Kami keren ini. Jadi motivasi ya, karena dia bisa seperti itu, pasti dia berlatih ini, berlatih tiap hari baca. Nanti saya akan minta kamu I want you to share experience how to study English. Ya, kursus bahasa Inggris nggak saya? Enggak, kamu belajar sendiri dari membaca, lagi coba ya. Kamu ulang-ulang gitu seperti itu ya. Ya. Tidak ada jalan lain, jalannya gitu.
Oke guys, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
How are you today, guys?
Good, thank you.
Okay, guys. Now, we will discuss and I will explain to you about the present continuous. So, guys, present continuous is a form used as explain or express activities are still doing all the current and the present. So guys, the present continuous defines into two formula, and present continuous is equals to number one. Number one is verbal sentence, and verbal sentence divides into positive, negative, and interrogative. And the formula is positive sentence. The formula positive sentence is subject plus to be I'm used to subject I is used to subject C here, and use R is to subject V and D, and then plus verb one plus in and object. An example is
Saya nanti kuliah dengan saya sampai akhir semester di sini ya. Saya mulai seperti ini, ngomong ini
Number 2 is negative sentence. The formula is subject plus to be plus not and verb 1 plus in and object. An example is I am not cooking now. And the last term is interrogative. Formula to be plus subject plus verb plus in and object. An example is she is speaking English right now. Okay guys, and then formula used to verbal sentence and nominal sentence. The formula subject plus to be plus in and plus verb in and object. An example is I am being happy right now. This is all. So what's verb? I'm being happy right now. Negative sometimes the formula is subject plus not plus being and verb is plus adverb. Formula is
Oke, cukup situ kamu nerangkan buat kita yang penting speaking, yang penting bukan tulisnya. Terangkan itu aja.
Okay guys, and verbal sentence, the formula in positive sentence use subject plus to be plus verb 1 plus in and object. An example is I am studying English right now. And to be use I am is subject I and to be is use subject is she and it. And use subject we and they. Okay guys, this is all my explanation. And before this, can you give me one example about the material present continuous, guys?
Sebelum jangan lupa, walaupun kita nggak membuat uang lagi masuk banget ya, tapi kalau ada yang di apa namanya kalau ada yang butuhkan nanti yang berkaitan dengan tadi kita bisa selesai.
So guys, can you give me example about the material present continuous, guys?
Nah, kalau tidak ada, kalau ada kawan ada itu yang dibutuhkan ya. Ada kawan
Yes.
Air play football.
You still can protect.
Tutorial explanation here.
So the example is one positive sentence. I am playing football right now.
Okay, that's right. Okay guys. plans for your future career? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have. You already have. Maybe in the future you want to be a teacher, you want to be a nurse, want to be a lecturer, or something else. I believe that everybody has their own plans for the future. And today, we're going to talk about simple future tense. So, simple future tense is to describe something that will be done in the future. It still plans. For example, like, I will visit you tomorrow, like that. So before we come to the formula, first is I will tell you about the time signal. In a simple future tense, we use time signal like later, next, like next week, next year, next month, like that, and later. And we come to the formula. There is two formula. First is verbal sentence. Verbal sentence is use verb, kata kerja. Subject plus will plus verb one. Example, I will verbal sentence, subject plus will plus verb one. For example, I will make a cake tomorrow. Tomorrow is the future. And we can change it into negative. I will not make tomorrow. If we change it to negative, we put not after will. And if we change it to negative, will pindah ke depan. Will she make a cake tomorrow? Will she make a cake tomorrow? Will put the first in the sentence, okay? And the next is nominal sentence. Nominal sentence. The formula is subject plus will plus be plus ana is adjective, noun, and adverb. For example, she will be a doctor next year. Next year is the future. If we change it to negative, it's the same with verbal sentence. We put not after will. Will not the doctor next year. And the same with interrogative. Actually, in simple future tense, we use will, shall, and going to. But in this time, we just focus on will.
At this time,
At this time, we just focus on will. So, do you get it? Yes. Alright. That's all about my explanation about simple future tense. If I make a mistake, please forgive me.
do you have any questions?
Do you have any questions? No. Are you sure? Yes. If you don't understand, I will explain it to you again. Okay, everyone, I think that you all understand about the material. So that's all about me. Assalamualaikum
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Last year.
Last year.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Last week.
Last week.
Mantap kan ya? Itu apa? Proses. Proses, jalani proses dengan serius. Ya. Jalani proses dengan serius. Ya. Keep staying on the right track. But you already on the track, and the right track. Keep staying there. Ya. Terus. Setiap hari kembali, kalau kita harus pelihara apa namanya, curiosity. You know curiosity? Letak ini gambar curiosity. Keep being curious about. Keep being curious about everything. Ini macam mana kita lihat? Jangan kalau you're not sure, check your dictionary, or check your HP. Ya. The process. Okay, next. Do you like the way I teach? Do you like the way I teach?
Yes.
Saya mengajarnya seperti ini aja, saya nggak bawa apa namanya, poin, materi. It's not my way. It's not my way. It's not me. It's not my time. But I'm sure if you obey me, if you do what I ask you to do, if you do my instructions, you will succeed. Saya punya murid bukan satu dua orang, ribuan. Setelah belajar bahasa Inggris lebih dari 20 tahun, more than 40 years. Saya dulu ketika saya mengajar bahasa Inggris pertama kali, belum tentu saya juga bisa bahasa Inggris ya. Saya belajar dengan I learned by teaching. Saya pernah share ke guru Anda nggak? Jika ada kesulitan mengajar sesuatu maka ajarkanlah. Pernah? Oh, pernah. Ada di Facebook saya pernah share sebentar. Jadi kalau ada kesulitan, ini sulit sekali ini, ajarkan. Gimana mengajarkannya? Pelajari dulu, coba ajarkan. Jadi benar kan ini? Pelajari lagi, ajarkan lagi. Dia ada dua kekuatan ya, belajar dan mengajar akan membuat kita lebih memahami, menguasai, memasternya, menguasainya. So, if you find it difficult to learn something, then teach it. Ya, coba itu kalimat wise words dari saya ya. If you find it difficult to teach something, to learn something, then teach it. Maka ajarkanlah. Lucu kan? Bahwa pelajarannya sulit, kamu ajarkan. Saya ini pengalaman, saya pun belajar silat, pelajaran pencak silat. Waktu saya muda, saya masih kecil ya, bukan terlalu remaja. Apa yang diajarkan oleh guru saya itu, supaya saya bisa menguasainya di rumah, saya nggak mungkin tidak berada. Jadi anak kecil, coba pukul saya seperti ini, bayangkan, sukses tangkis, cara menangkis seperti ini, saya kan apa diajarkannya, atau menangkap, atau menangkis, seperti itu ya. Nah, jadi cepat bisa kita mengajarkan kamu juga seperti itu. Cari anak kecil kemudian ajarkan bahasa Inggris. Kamu tidak akan hilang bahasa Inggrisnya dengan belajar bahasa Inggris. Dan juga jika berpikir uang ya, you don't think about money first. Ada kawan saya bilang, never think about money first. Jangan pikir uang lebih dulu. Think about how to master, how to improve your English. Nanti kalau sudah bahasa Inggris sudah bagus, ya insya Allah kamu akan bisa dapat pekerjaan, bisa dapat uang ya. Oke.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Good morning. Okay, today we're going to learn about simple past tense. This is a very important part of English grammar that help us to talk event that start and finish in the past. When we use this tense, it means that the action is completely over. Simple past tense has two formulas, namely verbal and nominal. The first one is verbal sentence. Verbal sentence is a sentence use verbs to show an action. For positive sentence, the formula is subject plus verb to plus object or complement. An example is I studied English yesterday. And for negative sentence, we use did not and verb and this form in the verb of the verb. The formula is subject plus did not plus verb 1 plus object or complement. An example is I did not study English yesterday. And for interrogative sentence, we place did at the beginning of the sentence. So the formula is did plus subject plus verb 1 plus object or complement. An example is did I study English yesterday? And the second one is nominal sentence. Nominal sentence doesn't use a verb but use noun, adjective, or adverb and refers to be in the past tense. For positive sentence, the formula is subject plus was or were plus noun, adjective, or adverb. An example is she was happy yesterday. And for negative sentence, we add not after was and were. The formula is subject plus was or were plus not plus noun, adjective, or adverb. An example is she was not happy yesterday. And the last one is interrogative sentence. In interrogative sentence, we place was and were at the beginning of the sentence. And so the formula is was or were plus subject plus noun, adjective, or adverb. An example is was she happy yesterday? So guys, that's all my explanation about simple past tense. Did you get about my explanation? Okay, thank you and have a great day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sir, untuk mengajukan judul itu semester 8 Sir.
Sekarang
Kalau sekarang udah ada kelonggaran sih Sir. Setelah kan ada PPL Sir, boleh mengajukan judul. Kalau pas angkatan kemarin di semester 8 baru boleh.
semester 8 baru boleh. Kapan berarti orang artinya diwajibkan lebih dari 8 semester berarti.
Kemungkinan. Soalnya kemarin pas setelah KKN ceritanya langsung ke Kapolri Sir, Miss boleh ngajukan judul. Terus jawaban Miss Mary, PPL aja dulu baru ngajukan judul. Setelah PPL nanti baru bisa ngajukan.
PPL semester berapa?
7 Sir.
PPL berapa lama?
Lebih kurang 3 bulan lebih Sir. Soalnya gabung sama KKN juga Sir.
Sebenarnya kan KKN PPL itu bisa menjaga siswa sekalian penelitian sekalian mau penelitian setelah
itu kemarin Sir.
nanti saya bicarakan ke baru ini enggak itu enggak fair ya. Berarti kamu dipaksa untuk lebih tamat 4 semester ya. Jadi dipaksa. Saya tidak ingin ada yang lebih tamat itu lebih dari 8 semester. Maksimum itu 8. Maksimum menurutnya 3,5 tamat. UI aja bisa menamat cuma 3,5 kok. Masa UI ke SMTJ yang 14 semester pertama. Ya.
Okay guys, for example, for positive sentence in verbal sentence, I go to the school. So, if you change the positive sentence to negative sentence, just put not after verb one. Just put not after auxiliary verb do or does.
Setelah ambil mata kuliah penelitian itu sudah boleh penelitian. Kalau perlu dalam mata kuliah penelitian itu mereka sudah disuruh mencari itu.
Example, I don't go to the school. And if you change the
Semester berapa mata kuliah penelitian kita itu profesional nih?
semester 6 Sir.
Semester 6 itu sudah boleh jadi itu. Jadi semester 6 kita punya 2 semester menyelesaikan tesis. Itu bagus sekali. Dan ini saya bilang. Ya.
And if you change the positive sentence to a negative sentence, just put auxiliary verb do or does in front of subject. Example, do I go to the school? Okay, for the first sentence, there are rules. First, if the add s or es after verb one if the subject she, he, it. The rules for add s or es. First, in general, all verbs are simply add es. Example: speak became speaks. Help became helps. And the second
nominal and verbal sentences. What is the difference
For
between nominal and verbal sentences?
okay, the difference for verbal sentence and nominal sentence. Verbal sentence use verb, and nominal sentence use noun, adjective, or adverb.
Okay, thank you. You know the difference between, let's tell you simple ones, and how to teach the difference between verbal and nominal sentence. Okay? A verbal sentence use verbs, nominals no verbs.
Yes.
To replace verb, you use to be. Okay? Kalau bahasa Indonesia, setiap kalimat itu ada kata kerjanya. Kalimat simple ya. Harus ada kata kerja. Kalau tidak ada kata kerja, pakai ya. Kalau student apa tuh? Noun, adjective atau verb? Boleh kita katakan I student? Harus ada verb di situ. Apa verbnya? Verb to be. Nah, verb to be. Apa verb to be-nya kalau dijuk dengan I? Am. Ya, tapi dalam bahasa Inggris tidak boleh student aja, harus ada artikel misalnya. Jadi I am the article am. I'm a student. Jadi she beautiful. Boleh nggak seperti itu? Boleh. Ada kata kerja di situ? She beautiful. Ada kata kerja? Nah, harus ada kata kerja. Dan kalau nggak ada kerja, ganti dengan to be. To be-nya verb to be. She is beautiful. This is expensive. It expensive. Boleh nggak? It. Kenapa pakai is? Boleh nggak saya katakan I'm come from Java? I'm come from Indonesia. Boleh? Tidak. Artinya I come from. Tapi kalau tidak ada come, jadi apa ya? I'm. Ya boleh gunakan either one. You can choose either one. I'm from Indonesia or I come from Indonesia atau I'm from Indonesia. Tapi tidak ada I'm come from Indonesia ya. Ya si Zafara ingat ya tidak ada we learn ya. We learn. Kalau ada kata kerja tidak ada tingginya. Kalau selain kata kerja pakai adjective pakai noun itu atau apa? Verb itu harus pakai itu. Understand? Okay, thank you very much for explanation. Sebutkan baik-baiknya di sebelah ya. Kurang baik buku. Saya tinggal kampung tapi kurang ingat namanya. What's your name? Zahra. Maaf ya, saya banyak. Zahra from Penampe ya. What's cincin? Cincin itu dekat mana?
Di dekat Mata Pingsan.
Oh iya, akan pakai itu dan nyata. Hari Minggu kita dah tipu, kita betul boleh begitu. Kamu juga pernah lagi. Kau jadi kembali lagi itu karena datang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, now I will explain about past continuous tense. So, what is past continuous tense? Past continuous tense is used to describe action or events that were ongoing or in progress at a specific time in the past. This past continuous used to be was and were. We used to be was when the subject is I, he, she, it, and we used to be were when the subject is you, they, we. The formula of past continuous tense not reading a book last night. For negative sentence, put not after to be was. For interrogative sentence, was I reading a book last night. For interrogative sentence, put was before subject. We used to be were. For example is positive sentence. We used to be were. The people were watching the concert. The people is subject. Were this to be. Watching is verb is. For negative sentence, put not after to be was. For example, interrogative sentence. For interrogative sentence, put were before subject. Is because. Did you get so guys, did you get about my explanation about past continuous tense? Yes. Do you have any question? No, miss. That's all from me.
That's all for today.
That's all for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, saya berbagi sedikit masalah speakingnya. Kamu sudah belajar, kamu sudah berlatih di rumah, tahu gimana yang berlatih. Tapi itu salah ya. I was reading a book last night. Past continuous itu menyatakan sedang pada masa lampau. Kita kalau last night itu tidak tentu waktunya. Last night tidak dari malam. Kalau past continuous itu menyatakan sedang, jadi ada waktunya khusus. Ya, I was reading a book at 9:30 last night. Atau I was reading a book when the light the electric mati off ya. Ketika atau saya sedang membaca ketika someone called me. Jadi dia menunjukkan ini, ya kan? Kalau last night itu simple past itu ya. Jadi continuous itu menyatakan sedang itu pasti waktunya khusus, ya. Paham? Oke. Terus berarti lagi baca buku. Nanti saya rekomendasikan kamu buat grammar yang bagus. Kalau mau fotokopi buku itu ditulis oleh Brady Scrivener Agar. Ada 3 yang fundamental, yang advance, sama yang basic. Basic English grammar dan fundamental English grammar dan yang advance. Kalau sekarang basic ini belajar dulu susah basic, masuk kita ke fundamental dan advance. Okay, next.
sentence, we just put will before I. Jadi, will I go to Japan next month? Okay. The next is nominal sentence. In nominal sentence, we cannot use verb, but we can use adverb, adjective, or noun. Formula nominal sentence is subject plus will plus be, and adjective, noun, or adverb. For example,
Nggak perlu, nggak harus selalu pada next year pakai apa itu. He will be my husband. Gitu aja.
okay, this is example. He will be my husband next year or next month.
Insyaallah. Jadi nggak perlu, nggak harus selalu pakai next year-nya. Pokoknya untuk simple future itu menyatakan akan gitu aja. Nggak perlu waktunya. Nggak tentu waktunya, mungkin akan, menyatakan akan juga. Oh, it's really okay. It will be okay. Nah, ini simple future.
So this is a positive sentence, and if we make a negative sentence, we just put not. We just put not after will before me. So he will not be my husband. And for interrogative sentence, we just put will before me. Will he be my husband? And don't forget put tanda tanya.
Tanda tanya tulisnya. Anybody knows? Who knows tanda tanya in English? Question mark.
We don't forget and question mark in the last okay. That's all about our material. Do you get it, guys?
Yes.
And any question? Oh yeah. I can say this is present, and this is past, and this is future. Okay, that's all about material. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam.
Kalau bisa, ini ada menjaga tesis itu ada konteksnya ya. Dalam konteks. Sebentar, siapa bisa bikin let's take it out. The context for this example. For he will be my husband. Okay, this is a good example. Why your example is he will be my husband? Kenapa muncul ide apa contohnya he will be my husband? Kenapa tidak he will be my friend? Kenapa my husband? Oh, sudah ada yang nampak.
Sudah ada Pak.
Kenapa kamu baru dia? Kamu nggak masalah dia gimana? Kenapa? Because itu tidak konteksnya dia. Are you sure that you will be your husband? Apakah next month, next year, whatever, no problem. But you will be the husband, so I need to help him. Every time you find, every time he has a problem, I'll help him because I'm sure he will be my husband. Konteksnya ya. Kalau perlu sebaiknya setiap contoh kalimat itu yang real, yang ada konteksnya, yang nampak konteks penggunaannya. Sure, will he be your husband? Yes, real. Then, will he be your husband? Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, we've been going out, going out with pacaran. We've been going out for a long time, 5 years. Again, yeah, she will get. Apa istilahnya pacaran sih ini? We've been dating, so we've been going out. We've been going out, ya. Oh, kalau ada kerjaan karena bisa pada going out with him. I'm going out with him. How long have you been going out with him? Just like for a month. Are you sure? Will you be your husband? I don't know, but I'm sure you will. Why do you always help him? Yeah. I need to help him because he will be my husband. Kan jelas apa konteksnya kan? Kenapa mungkin contoh kalimat ini? Ya, kalimat-kalimat itu lahirkan yang real yang digunakan dalam daily life. So, giving examples in context. Apa namanya judulnya itu? Giving examples in context. Always give examples in context. Jangan beyond the context. Jangan lari dari konteks. Ya. Saya puasa cukup di sini ya. I cannot speak longer. Siapa lagi yang belum mengulangi? How many more? How many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yang ini langsung tampil ke depan. Yang telah selesai, you have to find a new topic tentang about what do you something. What do you something and how? Oh no, how to do something or how to operate something, how to make something, how to cook whatever, how to drive a manual car, whatever, or how to drive a automatic car, and how to cook Indomie, how to cook rendang, for example, how to cook rendang, and how to teach simple present tense. Or how to improve your English easily. Pokoknya mulai dengan how to do something. Ada share tips ya, share sesuatu yang menarik ya. Apa? How to sing a beautiful song, for example. How to compose a beautiful song. How to learn a guitar. Beli ya, Pak. Yang telah, yang belum, anak untuk kesini